Like it's kind of hard because when you think about everybody's lives, we've all been through our trials and tribulations, and but for all the negative things that have happened in my life and me getting knocked down and having to get back up, I think it all prepared me for this, made me a stronger person, um, and just you know everything is kind of turning around. Not only is my career going well, but I've got two young kids. I've got a great girlfriend, and my family life is perfect. My mom and them are here. I mean, it's just everything is on the up and up right now. I mean, all the negative, losing my daughter, my dad getting killed, and it goes on and on. My teammate dying in a plane crash, or my roommate. Um, all that stuff just prepared me, for the good times. Because no matter how bad things get, eventually, the sun is gonna shine, and if you just keep trying to live life the right way and try to just like pursue your dreams and goals, eventually it'll turn around and good things happen to decent people. I'm not saying I'm a good person or anything, but for a person that stays set on his goals, good things seem to happen. So we've all had our trials. So I mean, everybody deals with adversity. It's just how you bounce back from it. Um, it was tough in there. I mean, I don't know what you guys are watching. Look at my face. No, it was pretty tough. It was. I followed our game plan, and Josh did a great job. He fought tough. He fought hard. He was in there in my face the whole time. I couldn't believe some of the shots that I landed on him, especially the two head kicks, and he was able to actually stay up. But I think I re-broke my hand in the very first round, so I kind of stopped throwing it, and then later in the fight I started throwing it again. Excuse me, guys. That's it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But how long do you think before the hand will be healed?
I think this time I'm going to take a different approach. I think I'm going to have surgery on it and get it fixed because I don't want it to be reoccurring and then end up costing me later down the line. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to get surgery on it probably, and then normally when you have surgery, it heals a little bit faster. My hand healed kind of odd this time, and that's probably why it's not as bad as it was the first time though, because the first time I could hardly I couldn't even move it, but this time it's kind of like I did in January. The same thing. I think it feels the same way. So if there is a fracture, it's very slight.
Are you looking at a fight before the end of the year?
Yes, I want to fight twice before the end of the year.
Do you think either of the corners picked up on the fact that both you guys broke your hands? I mean, I saw you shake it twice, I think, in the third round. I noticed it, but I don't think anyone else did.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of what you're gonna do whenever it breaks. You're in a fight. You got to be able to use all your weapons. So that's why I was kicking, I was punching, I was kneeing and elbowing. You got to use all your weapons. I mean, Josh was too good to fight handicapped. So I don't think my coaches picked up on it because I didn't tell them. I just kept fighting.
Did they pick up at all that Josh's left hand was hurt?
No, I don't think so because nobody said anything to me over the course of the fight. The biggest surprise was when I took him down in the second round and he just kind of stayed there. It was very surprising to me how easy it was to stay in his guard because he's such a good leg lock guy. I thought maybe he would let me pass to his half guard or something. So I think that I made an adjustment in the fight when I realized that he was going to allow me to control him on the bottom. So it was a little easier to set up my strikes because then he had to respect the takedown. So it changed a lot in the second round.
How about the suplex?
That wasn't a suplex. That was a high crotch, man. High crotch. Kevin Jackson taught me that. Kevin Jackson, yeah, Olympic champion. My mentor. All you do is you run the pike. Guy defends the dump, and then you just throw your outside hand deep in the crotch and just pop your hips. I was really surprised that he did a front flip, though. I didn't expect that. I think maybe he did that trying to roll under me or something. But the guy asked me if how much do I bench press, but it has nothing to do with strength. It's all technique, and once you get to a certain point, there's really nothing a guy can do.
Hey, I just do whatever the promotion tells me to. So if they want a fourth, then hey, they would do a fourth. If they don't, I move on to the next thing. I'm not trying to stir the pot and tell people what to do. I do what the promotion tells me what to do. So you line up the fights, and I try and knock them down.
Josh, in the fifth round, you took Gilbert in a spectacular fashion. You took him down. but you, needless to say, didn't do much after taking him down. What was going through your mind at that exact moment towards the end of the fight?
I believe there was like 30, 40 seconds left or something. I mean, obviously I felt like I was winning the round, so control the position, not let him not give up anything crazy. I mean, he was landing some good elbows from the bottom, on my head, so I was just really just trying to control the position. I felt like I dominated the fifth round.
You had those chokes going. How close did you think you were there? How close do you think you were?
I didn't think they were close at all. The very first one was probably close, but then the rest of them, I just kept trying to dig and get underneath his chin. I trained with him for 2.5 years. I maybe subbed him 1 time or 2 times in 2.5 years. So in the fight, I kind of knew what I was going into. He's a tough guy, man. No matter how you cut it, no matter how you slice it, he's almost impossible to finish. And like I said in the beginning, when we were doing interviews and pressers for this, his biggest attribute about him is that he's mental. He's one of the best mentally strong fighters out there. I think that's what makes him so great.
Yeah, people expect that. Josh is a tough guy. I think I could have performed a lot better. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just the expectations up there. You know what I mean? Even if I win, you lose kind of unless you finish them or do it in spectacular fashion. But yeah, I'm all right with it. We're in San Jose. Of course they're gonna boo. If I was in Santa Ana, I'm sure they'd be cheering. If I was in Frisco, I'm sure they'd be cheering. But it's tough to get motivated sometimes, just because it's like if I was on the other end of the stick and I got a good opportunity, it's a lot easier to get motivated. But yeah, Josh is tough. I know he's a tough matchup, so it wasn't the easiest to get motivated. But I got the job done, and I thought I was in control, and so I was cruising it.
Given the fact that you did dominate the final 2 rounds, what do you think finally tipped it in the judges' favor against you?
I mean, there's a bunch of things I could sit here and say. I mean, honestly, I felt like the first round was a 10-10 round. I should have went out there and got it, and you hear all the promoters talk about it. It's my fault. I left it in the judges' hands, and that's what happens when you do that, And the third round was close too. I thought I won the third round, and I won the fourth and the fifth. I thought the first round was a 10-10, but whatever, dude. I mean, that crap happens. Trying to watch my cousin.
Josh, can you talk any more about some of the injury rumors that were going on before the fight? Again, it was something maybe you didn't want to address publicly before the fight, but now that the fight's over, was there something going on with you?
Nope.
It was a tough fight, yeah, man. Josh is a tough guy. We know each other pretty well. I feel like I couldn't really unleash the beast tonight. I just kind of, I felt like I was in control, and game changer was when he took my back, I think. But yeah, I mean, it was a tough fight. Josh is always a tough fight. All these fights just get tougher and tougher. I mean, every fight's the most important. Your next fight is always the most important fight of your life. But yes, it was a very tough fight. Josh is tough, and it was a good fight, man. I think everyone was happy and excited and was entertained.
I mean, I started fighting in '98 for $100. What I'm getting paid now, of course I'm happy. I'm out there. I love it, man. This is, I love this job. I mean, I wouldn't want to get a real job ever, So I love this promotion. I mean, I feel like I'm one of the guys with Gilbert. I think Kung, we've piggybacked this promotion, threw it on our back, and try to keep it around, man. And we love it, and I love having a home to fight in. This is a great place.
Yeah, I saw when he felt the first hit, and I go to the guillotine because I'm very good in this position.
How did it feel to be revenge?
Feels good. Yeah, I'm back on track. I come back to Brazil, stay near. In my first fight with him, I spent 3 months here in the United States. I training, but far from my coaches, far from my team. These things make a difference. This is for sure is not about me. It's about my coaches. It's about everything, all support they give to me.